Hey, it's boy Princetreppe back with another unboxing video. Today we're here to unbox Arcade1Up Deluxe Edition of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 arcade cabinet. I got this one from my lovely wife for my birthday. I appreciate it so much. I've always, if you know me for a while, you know I've always kind of been a fan of Marvel's Capcom, well, fighting games in general. Like ever since Super Nintendo with the original Street Fighter 2 coming out Super Nintendo, I've been playing fighting games all the way up to through college, and I kind of stopped not too long after college. I couldn't keep up with the button mash, not button mashing, but you know, all the combos, all the memorization, defenses, offenses, every character. I didn't have time for it, but I still have a place in my heart for it because that's where a lot of my gaming roots came from, with the original Street Fighter, you know, onto Mortal Kombat and everything else. But one of the pinnacle of fighting games for me that I kind of peaked and I enjoyed the most was Marvel's Capcom 2. I started to not slowly decline, but sort of after, like, you know, Super Street Fighter 2, maybe Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, it's kind of all samey. But then they blew it out the park with X-Men Children of the Atom, and I was like, man, this is amazing. And they came up with Marvel Superheroes, then Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter, Marvel, Marvel Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom, and then officially Marvel vs. Capcom 2. By the way, this cabinet is about 8 games in one. So this Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter, like all the stuff I just mentioned. It's X-Men versus Street Fighter, it's Marvel Superheroes, it's X-Men Children of the Atom, and there's 2 other single-player games. One is X-Men Mutant Apocalypse. I don't remember the last one. It might be on here somewhere, but I don't remember the last. But it's another, like, a follow-up to X-Men Children of X-Men Mutant Apocalypse. And I didn't play the follow-up. It's on Super Nintendo. I probably moved on to other games, so it is what it is. Oh, by the way, if you see this shirt, this is it says level 15 complete. This is for my lovely wife again. She got me this for our 15th year anniversary, wedding anniversary last year. So just shout out to her. I probably definitely won't be unboxing this one like traditional unboxing because it's kind of big and I gotta assemble the entire thing. So these arcade cabinets, they're not 1-to-1. They're like a 3/4 scale. It's mostly nostalgia. And like I think the traditional arcade LCD panels or panels, no, display panels are like 19-inch to 25 inches. This is a 17-inch one. It should get the job done. As far as what I've read and heard, the arcade sticks, they're okay. The buttons are average. They're not like true-to-life arcade buttons. They won't give you the clickiness some people, but you can always switch them out. So you can modify and make changes and get buttons that you like, that feel better to you. I probably would not do that because I'm not an arcade purist. I played a lot mostly on consoles. I remember going to the arcades, couldn't get my quarter down, I just sit at the back and wait. I didn't have quarters to put down, so I was just there for the atmosphere, and I went home and played my game if I had it, or the older version of it. But yeah, I noticed this one, the Marvel's Capcom 2 actually came out last year, with the original cabinet came out last year. So this is the X-Men 97 edition, hence the Deluxe, which is piggyback off of Disney just put out the new X-Men 97, which is like the continuation of the I think it was Fox's X-Men that came out back in the 90s, which is like everything I know from X-Men came from that. Now how true it is to the comics, I couldn't say, but everything I know about X-Men came from what I watched on Fox as a kid back in the 90s, back in like 94, 95 or whatever. This is so the panel art is going to be basically for X-Men 97. I kind of did like the original panel art for Marvel's Capcom 2 as the marquee that lights up here, but I liked having something that was more like unique. So I said, let me just get the deluxe edition. It's actually cheaper than the other one, or I think 50 bucks cheaper, and it's something that's like more limited, a special edition. So I said, let me go ahead and get it. If I do end up liking what this has to offer, I may, in my basement, I may build like a mini arcade and get like something else. Like I know they have a Mortal Kombat 2 Deluxe cabinet that has like another 8 set of games. They have some older school Street Fighter, like Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition, which I'm not a big fan of, but one of them that stood out to me that had Darkstalkers in it, and I was a huge fan of Darkstalkers when it first released. Darkstalkers 2, I think Darkstalkers Revenge or something like that, I can't remember. But that I may look into if I want it, but this other stuff like Pac-Man, that's not for me. Like that was before my time. I don't have a nostalgia factor for Pac-Man. I may get a cabinet if I'm just feeling like it. I couldn't say, but there'll be more stuff that I definitely enjoyed growing up with, and this is definitely one. This is the first thing that hits home to me because I played this game religiously. I actually still have my original Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Dreamcast game. I was making this video, couldn't find it. I said, man, where did I store that thing? Because I put it away, and I put it away so way because I wanted to just make sure it didn't get a bunch of dust, and I'm keeping it in the basement, didn't want to keep it in the garage, and I can't remember where I put it, but I will find it and put it up on the screen somewhere for you. I will say that I will find it. I know it's in this house. I have a Dreamcast with a bunch of Dreamcast games that I had from back in like '99. But I will say that if you want the most arcade perfect version of Marvel's Capcom, it'll probably be the Dreamcast version, if I want to say. They've had other versions came out on like the PlayStation 2 and some later than that. I heard those were like inferior versions. I didn't get into the details how inferior they were, like as far as buttons or stuff that was just missing. I couldn't say. But it was more like if you didn't play the game religiously, you knew it, you wouldn't tell. But if you're a purist, you would probably say this is an arcade perfect. So I think the arcade perfect one is the most arcade perfect one. Is probably the Dreamcast version. Unfortunately, the Dreamcast version isn't an online version, so you can't play online. And the people would settle for the other ones. Like I think one might have came out on 360 or Xbox. I couldn't remember. But those versions would have some kind of online play that people would play just so they could be play with other people. So I just couch co-op. This one, by the way, does have live, so they do have like an online community. I think you can go through your mobile app and check leaderboard, see who's playing, match up with people. I believe one thing I heard that was a criticism against it is the online only has one stage from Marvel's Capcom 2, and that's kind of like not okay. They should have had it where you could like randomly pick any stage you want or whatever. Pick any stage you want, hit random swirls on any stage. But they had to cut corners somewhere, and that's where they chose to cut the corner. But I can deal with it. Over time it might get annoying, but hey, it is what it is. It's still some version of online versus just you playing an NPC, which would get pretty old after a while. After nostalgia wears on, like, okay, I don't want to just play the NPC over and over again. So it is what it is. All right, but let's get to unboxing this. I may not do all the full unboxing because I gotta literally assemble this thing. It might take like an hour, but I'll give you bits and pieces. I'll show you the end. This does come with a pretty good, no, I take it back. It does not come with a sitting stool. I did purchase a sitting stool separately because I just wanted something to represent Marvel's Capcom 2. So Marvel's Capcom 2, the original version came out last year, does have a stool that you could have bought separate, and I did get it separate. So like as you walk up to the machine, you'll see, hey, this is a Marvel's Capcom 2 machine, because instead of just seeing X-Men 97, if you're not familiar with this particular machine and what has inside of it, at least you see, oh, Marvel's Capcom 2, this must be a Marvel's Capcom 2 machine, so at least you know in some way outside of the cover art that this is a Marvel's Capcom 2. That's kind of why I got this tool. All right, well, let's get going the rest of it. All right, so this is kind of like the mini arcade portion of this basement where I'm going to be setting this thing up. I already had what do you call this, air hockey, whatever this is, already set up in here. I think I got it for one of the kids' birthdays a couple years ago, maybe 2 years ago. This is the stand I was referring to. The Marvel's Capcom 2 stool, I'm sorry. So it's good for just sitting on when you are sitting there playing the cabinet. When you see it all together, it probably stand out a bit more, but I did enjoy the logo, so that was pretty cool. Alright, so I'll go ahead and get this all set up, and I'll have this set up right in the corner here. I may go through a lot of the unboxing processes here and there, but not the whole thing. Right now it's just I don't know, this is what, Mario stuff on the wall. I will probably slowly change these out and rotate these out. I just didn't have any place else to put these at the time. And at some point I'll probably get like something more game room arcade related for a full carpet. And if you follow my channel, you kind of know I did get a projector screen in the basement. So this is the other part of the basement where the projector is set up. So we kind of sit here and watch a projector and just chill as a family. But yeah, this will be like, back around, the arcade board. You can just walk it over here and play some arcade games, you know, as you see fit. Alright, so we kind of took me a little, not a minute, but it took me a little bit to get everything outside the boxes. So everything's kind of lined up in the corners per the manual. I could kind of just lay it out so you can see it all. Excuse me, Jojo. Excuse me, Jordan. So I want to put all my screws inside, make sure I'm not missing anything. Alright, so I guess time to get started. I'll be back. Alright, we are kind of coming along here. We do have the bottom portion of it connected so far. This is being a deluxe edition. It didn't need a riser, but you have to assemble separately to make it sit higher. So thankfully for that, I didn't want to deal with riser stuff. It's still pretty simple. It's just, you know, it's extra. This kind of slides right down for the coin door, but we got the coin door on. There's a way to mod the coin door that I've been researching, so the lights light up right here like traditional arcade machines. I probably won't do that, being it's my first cabinet, or I might cycle back to it when I'm more comfortable with. I have a couple of cabinets. I just might be what I decide to do, but we still got a ways to go. As you can see, still LCD panels over there. Lots of parts to put on, but we're making progress. We're making progress. All right, so we're almost done here. We got first of all, we put that one together there, and now we got the top together. Most of it is basically on. Got the panel on, speakers at the top there. You probably can barely see it. So I'll be combining this with that, and we should hopefully almost be done after that, and we can get some games in. Alright guys, this is the finished product. I got it all together. Got the chair like you guys saw already. I was talking about the stool. Got all the buttons. Got everything I need. Got everything, all the decals in. Looks nice, looks flush. I think some people sometimes worry about the art not matching up where the seams are, because that's the line seam right here. That looks good. Looks like everything's matching up just fine. We got the marquee that should light up once we power it on. This will be our first power on, so let's get it. Alrighty. Probably would help if I plug in the power cable. There we go. Bam. Alright. Speakers are nice and loud. Okay. Arcade1Up has the logo going on. Okay. There's a slight blemish here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can see it. But hopefully it doesn't distract me a little bit on the LCD. Let's see. I wanna take you for a ride. Got classic Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I wanna take you for a ride. I wanna take you for a ride. Now you asked me to connect to my home Wi-Fi. On second. Look away. Alright, we're connected to the home Wi-Fi. Looks like they don't use 5G for their wireless connection. I use 2.4 gigahertz speed. It's not ideal, especially for online play, but hey, it is what it is. We got this menu B. I don't know. Okay. Oh, I just turned it off. At least it automatically connects to your Wi-Fi. How do you get out of it though? There we go. I wanna take you for a ride. Little volume. I might have to turn that down a bit so y'all can hear me, but it is nice and loud. Let's see. Obviously, like I said, the premiere game is Marvel's Capcom 2. We got Marvel vs. Capcom Clash of Superheroes, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes, X-Men Children of the Atom, classic, X-Men Mutant Apocalypse. Oh, it's Marvel Superheroes War of the Gems. I've never played that one, but that's a single player, probably console game from maybe Super Nintendo days, I believe. So let's see what we want to do. Let's go with the marquee game for now. See how she plays. From local. Giving us a layout. The assist buttons, yeah. This game started to streamline button presses to this light punch, hard punch. It kind of did away with medium punch, like double tap and light punch started combos and so on. I kind of like that for versus games. It was perfect. I don't know how much this is copyright, so we might switch, go past a bit. It's old by now, but who knows. But that's a classic. Heard the Steams on many a times in my day. So let's get going. I believe they should give you the entire character lineup right off the bat. I was always a Guile. I forget the assist, anti-air. I like Sentinel. I don't remember the assist type. Probably projectile. And of course, my favorite, Cyclops. Let's do anti-air. Turbo speed. I don't know. I'm not like a big arcade person. Notice like how buttons feel versus arcade as much as a lot of people. Oh, I can't do nothing. Oh, I hit my button. All right, so that's it. That's how we looking. But everything, I'm just gonna let it play out. Everything looks good though. I think it's a good purchase. Definitely a nice nostalgia feel to it. Like I said, the marquee lights up. I'm not the biggest fan of the marquee. That's why I got the stool to kind of say, hey, you're next to a Marvel's Capcom 2 cabinet for the most part. I think I will get additional cabinets just to fill out the room. This one took me a little over an hour. Next time I'll be a lot quicker since I kind of know what I'm doing now. And don't mind me getting beat up, I walked away. And I'll get some stuff to fill out the room to make it seem like more of a game room. But don't forget to like, let's get back here. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to Comment Boy. I'm out of here. Peace. That's my daughter.